Vanderbilt, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Commodores will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Iowa's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Commodores line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Commodores have their offense in high gear. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Moulton. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
At the 43-yard line. And first down for the offense.
The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Wide open downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Gets it to him on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Alexander. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Commodores come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Lost to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go, and this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete.
And listen, the fullback's not going to run deep routes, and he's not going to be a speedster or a blazer, but keeping you honest, making you defend the whole field, everybody on the field. Just keep working it. Maybe the big fella will get you something later.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. On the run, still looking. Took care of it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Phillips. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Patterson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They want to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And the try is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They'll try the run. Fighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see, just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Quarterback on the keeper. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Now the play fake. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Commodores really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense, and moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matches.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to escape and get it himself. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They punted away on 4th down. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Now, the Hawkeyes have a whole new backfield without Caleb Johnson, who turned in one of the most prolific rushing seasons in Iowa football history. School record 21 touchdowns. He was this offense a year ago, David.
He was, and if you're an Iowa fan, man, Reese, we've been just clamoring for years. Just give me some offense, like some form of a passing attack. Another new system. Tim Lester comes in as the OC. Interested to see if they can air it out. They can be more fun to watch, and they can score more points.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Plucks it out of the air. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Phillips. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And 1st down for the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the counter. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go right back to it. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3.
That makes the score Iowa 7, Vanderbilt 3.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sherrill. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Pavia. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
And the Commodores come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Commodores decide to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Looking for room. It's Moulton. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It'll be 3rd and long. Unloads quickly. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. With the catch, it's Hoskins. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. And they get a few yards there with the slant.
And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Looking for a huge play. Threads it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. With the catch, it's Hudson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Sherrill. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Dillon. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Got it in the middle with Sherrill. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll set up to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Here's a heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
And the Hawkeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
And the Commodores will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trying to get them outflanked on the jet sweep.
Let me tell you something. When that guy goes in motion, alert, alert. He's a burner. I have to be 100% locked in and understand they can give him the football and he can burn. Great job by the defense being locked in on their keys and knowing that could be a possibility.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as his defense forces a 4th down. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. The give to the tailback. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Caught near the sticks. It's suspense. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Commodores getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's Alexander. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Pavia. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Fisher. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give on the inside. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Using his legs, it's Alexander. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And the Commodores back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To throw, it's Pavia. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Commodores have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Big guy smells it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, that D-tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield and he was able to make the tackle for loss.
And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Going to the ground. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Using his legs, it's Moulton. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Sherrill. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
21, Vanderbilt, 13.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back to throw, it's Pavia. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're working that left side, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. Fights off the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Gill. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Caught over the middle, it's Phillips. He won't get there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Creates a little space. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hawkeyes.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter,
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Hands it off. Shakes off the defender. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got his man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Commodores are on the move. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Fisher. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big play.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Pickup of 5. 1st down, Commodores.
And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Alexander. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all
Touchdown, Commodores! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We've got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Pavia. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Under fire. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Sherrill. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Commodores will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll give it to the back. There he goes! Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. That's one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll keep it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. It's Sherrill. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have 1 timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. That's reeled in. It's Sherrill. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Commodores had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkeyes. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Pavia. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Vandy! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Makes the catch. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Gill.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Going to sling it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire.